16, 16.
If not you, who'll make it better?
What's up?
Hey, what's up?
Not much, time is meaningless. How are you?
Life is meaningless at this point, honestly.
Yeah, pretty much.
You guys.
Hey,
How are ya?
Oh man, up and down and all around,
feel that.
Yeah,
Same Ted.
yeah. Hey, Ted.
Hey,
Oh man,
so how's everyone been doing?
she has been the worst.
Worst of the worst.
Mhm.
Just awful. I can't even remember anything this bad.
Yep.
Pandemic's been what, like 15 months? It's like
Uh-huh. Yeah.
interminable. The
Yeah.
riots and the virus and
Yes.
Oh my
Don't forget Donald Trump.
oh my
god.
god.
The political unrest, a capital siege. I am so glad that 2020 is over, at least.
Amen.
Mm-hmm.
Amen.
Yeah, new normal.
Not really in the mood to talk, are you, Ted?
I mean, I get it. It's been a hell of a year.
Been a hell year.
That's not quite it.
Well, you're sure giving a lot of one-word statements.
True.
I mean, which I get. Like I said, we're all saying it's an awful year.
Yeah, probably you're feeling down too.
Who isn't?
Yeah, that must be it.
Well, it really sounds like you're humoring us. Like, it does not sound genuine, right, guys?
No, and I mean, we don't have to talk if you don't want to.
I could be playing video games right now. So
I could be playing video games.
if you don't want to chat, don't waste our time.
No, it's not like that.
So what's up?
Well, I don't know what to say because I don't agree.
With what? Oh, no, don't tell me you were a Trump supporter.
No.
Do I seem like the kind of guy who trusts politicians?
Well, Trump's not a politician.
Wait, you're not one of those the virus is a hoax kind of nut jobs, are you?
No.
Oh my God.
It's definitely real. I mean, I think the government lies to us constantly, but I don't think they could pull off that big con.
Well, then what is it? What do you?
Well, all the woe is me shit.
The what?
Just never mind. I don't want to make it a thing.
No, we've been unloading. It's only fair to hear you out.
Okay, but once the gates are open, the flood is going.
Oh my God, trust me, we know that already. Lay it on me.
You're all sure. Like once I get going, there is no putting the cat back in the bag.
Who puts cats in bags anyway?
Let's hear it.
You're sure. Like, just to be clear, this was your doing. I didn't just get up on a soapbox and harangue you.
Spit it out, man.
Get on with it.
Well, I'm not down. I didn't have a shitty year. I'm tired of pretending I did just to fake wallow in filth because that's what's popular on social media.
Weren't you unemployed for 6 months?
More like fun employed. It ruled. I got paid like 20 grand thanks to the unemployment bill bump. was getting paid just to meditate, write stories, chill out. Imagine if we had universal basic income. It'd
Terrible idea.
be paradise.
So you think the government should pay you just to exist?
Yeah,
Well,
no.
shit, if it were up to me, the government wouldn't exist. But if they are, they might as well do something for me. Why even have a government if they aren't going to provide for the people? Might as well roll out the guillotines if they aren't going to make us thrive. Ka-choom!
Oh, terrible.
Otherwise, they're just there to beat us down when we try to change things.
I mean, what about the riots? I mean, half of the country was on fire this year.
Not the first time.
Does that mean
So-
nothing?
well, okay, but it's all part of being in a democracy.
I mean, okay, politics aside, though, didn't your best friend die this year?
Yeah. But what a time we had before he did. We got a lot of writing done together because the feds were paying us to survive.
Yeah, but now he's dead.
Should I die with him? He'd be pissed if he knew I was being miserable about it, wasting my life. Look, that's like adding insult to injury. Like, not only did you die, but you ruined your friend's life when you did it. Okay, that's selfish. It was a terrible day. It was a terrible month, even. But to take it out on an entire year?
You're not sad about it at all?
I didn't say that. There's just a difference between acknowledging death and moving on and ruminating and making your entire life a grieving process.
Well, that sounds cold to me. You're just gonna forget about him.
No, I think about him all the time, but it's a comfort, not a burden. Like Tupac said, right? We both gotta die. You just chose to go before me. Or Krishna, right? Those who are wise lament neither the living nor the dead.
What? Did you get all religious this year or something?
No, but it couldn't hurt you. Try chanting. Om Mani Padme Hum or something.
What's some pendejo named Manny got to do with anything?
Never mind. Anyway, just pointing out the truth, right? Like George Clinton said, free your mind and your ass will follow.
Lord knows I could use some free ass. Just saying.
Ooh. Whoa. Nice. That's not what I'm talking
Oh my
about.
goodness.
Oh, you should spread that message. Just walk up and down Freeport with a big sign that says free ass. I'm sure you'll be very popular.
Yes.
It's true, though. I mean, there are people who spend their entire lives in solitary confinement and whine less than all of you do about isolation.
Ugh. Well, they're just probably happy to even be alive after committing mass murder.
Glee.
Huh. You're assuming they're even guilty. Imagine that.
Boy, here we go.
A life sentence even though you didn't even do anything? Or it's the 3 strikes rule and you just stole food to survive. What's your big struggle anyhow, huh? That you haven't been laid in a while? That you gotta wear a cloth on your face to buy donuts? Anyhow, you weren't exactly the big adventurer socialite before all this. Anyhow,
Speak for yourself, honey.
Well, you don't need to be a jerk about it. It's your prerogative. And it's just, people handle this kind of shit differently. Everyone's process is valid.
really,
True.
really. So,
Yeah.
so you think if someone snaps and kidnaps a celebrity just to deal with the stress, it's equally valid?
You're butchering my point. All I'm saying is that with everything going on, there's nothing wrong with being sad right now.
So,
Really true.
okay, I'm taking this in.
Take it in, baby.
Give me a second. Okay, I know. I know. And that's why I didn't want to talk about it. Okay. But you open the floodgates now. My hordes are storming in. Okay. Pandora's box and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, I know. But it just seems like a pretty privileged perspective to me.
No. No. Here's the thing happiness is free, it's accessible to all. Corporations want you to feel unhappy, so you keep buying things. And the more corrupt politicians want you to be unhappy, so you think it's all hopeless and you won't stand up for yourself. And all the different ideologies want you to feel unhappy. So you replace your own thinking with their by the book brainwashing. Okay? Bobby Sands. All right? Bobby Sands said, our revenge will be the laughter of our children. Nothing is more freeing than being joyful in the face of everything.
But like, so none of this bothers you?
Oh, I didn't say that.
Aren't
I
you?
feel for all the horror that has happened. And I have my days. But you gotta stay positive. Light at the end of the tunnel. Only way to survive.
Light at the end of the tunnel. Isn't that death?
You know what I mean.
Cat.
Like everyone recognizes if you eat junk food and you don't exercise, it will be bad for your physical health. But our society has created an endless feedback loop of toxicity, misery, until everyone's unhappy and complains about it. I know I'm not going to be Arnold Schwarzenegger without working out. But people expect to just wake up as the Dalai Lama, even though they spend all of their time whining.
It just sounds like a lot of California horse shit, new age bullshit to me, frankly.
Well, we are in California after all.
Indeed,
And
we are.
trash California.
No.
Jump out of
Look,
California.
I understand the dangers of trying to force positivity. All right. I'm not after being the next Charlie Manson. All right. And,
Goodness
for
for
that matter, I hate that tech bro drop acid on your work break, to try to be productive nonsense. All I'm saying is just do the work. Okay. You got to do the work. Don't say you're happy if you aren't, but meditate, go into nature, try to find some peace on this piece of your universe.
I mean,
Yeah.
I hear what you're saying, but I'm not happy, and I don't think I have the energy for all of that. This year, it's been a nightmare.
You're saying then that you have the energy to spend on being miserable. and you're acting like it's the default and not about the effort. Does everyone sitting around going, man, this sucks, this is awful, this is the worst, improve anything?
You know, you're forgetting that not everybody's even complaining about isolation. I would kill, I would literally kill for some isolation right now. You know, I love my kids, but no mother should be locked up alone with her children 24/7.
Okay, all right. Well, that's why I don't have kids.
No.
Got him.
Look, I didn't say I have all the answers, but like, just think, this, like all things, is temporary. You know, one day you're going to have an empty house. Your kids are going to be off to college, and you're going to miss spending time with them. And then they'll miss you when you're gone. And then life will just keep marching on, and no one will ever remember that any of this ever even happened.
Time drags on with you ranting.
Well, I guess you got me there. You know, I do need my 5 bottles of wine a week is what I would like, and a week to myself. But I see what you're saying. But, you know, overall, it's been really nice having the kids around.
And I've definitely become a better cook this year, mostly because I'm too anxious to go to the restaurants. Got a lot of reading done too.
Yeah, and I finally redecorated my place just a little bit, and have kind of turned it into my own little nest.
Oh,
Well, all right.
I love it.
very nice.
That's the spirit. You ever heard of the Kogi?
I mean,
Nope.
rings a bell, but I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
Pretty sure it's the Kogi. Anyhow, old school indigenous civilization. And I mean civilization. I know the racists tried to pretend like none of that even existed pre-invasion. Okay, but the Kogi have not only been around, they're still around. And they're not even that isolated. Okay? They just saw the outside world and they think it's shit. Like they don't even care.
This
Nice.
going somewhere.
Well, maybe it will if you let me finish.
Sorry, I just know you tend to go off the rails on tangents.
Oh yeah, you know
Me
me. Well, the youth that get initiated into their mystic traditions are
Okay.
kept away from the surface of the earth for years. They study in darkness so they can access the cosmic consciousness. And when they finally see the sun, it blows their minds.
And
And so instead of whining and ordering greasy pizza and binging porn,
Blah.
you could be expanding your consciousness.
you have no idea what you're
Well,
talking
oh,
about. Holy shit. Do you have 3 heads?
What?
Some kind of
Is that a
filter.
filter?
you have 3 heads.
Holy shit, it's not a filter.
What?
I think ranting to you has brought me to the supreme realization. I've transcended.
Wait a second. So you were not full of shit this whole time.
No. Would you like to join me in the vast emptiness of universal truth?
No,
No thanks.
Seems pretentious.
Do it yourself.